ahora quiero presentarles a nuestra siguiente charla. Esta charla vamos a tener un poco de información sobre la escuela, también está ubicada en New York, es Lim College, para eso nos acompaña Ángel Ahmed. La charla va a ser conducida en inglés, ¿ok? Así es que ustedes tienen alguna consulta o pregunta dentro de toda la ponencia, por favor no duden en escribirnos, que atentamente también lo pueden hacer en español sin ningún problema y nosotros les vamos a hacer llegar también las respuestas en español. Recuerden que el inglés no es una barrera, hay mucho tiempo para prepararse también. Mañana les vamos a contar sobre los distintos programas de preparación en inglés que hemos escogido para ustedes. Hi, Angel. How are you? Welcome to ISIL.
I'm good. Nice to meet everybody. I'm excited to showcase Lim College to everyone.
Perfect. Yes, I want to introduce you, Angel Ahmed. She's the International Development of Lim College. She's located, and the school also is located in New York, right?
Yes, Manhattan.
Perfect. So this is your space. Please show us a little bit of the experience of Lim College and also some more details of the schools in order for our students to understand a little bit of all the requirements. Okay?
Awesome. All right. I'm going to share my screen now so we can get into it.
Yes. Okay. See you later. And maybe I will go come back with some questions for you.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, I'm sure everybody can see my screen here.
Yes, good. It's already set.
I'm going to speak a little slowly. I wish I could elaborate in Spanish, but my Spanish is not that good. So I'm going to go through it as slowly as possible so everybody can see a bit of our history. So I wanted to talk, LIM is actually one of the first fashion schools that started in New York City. So the president of our school, actually, Elizabeth Marcuse, her great-grandfather started the school in 1939. And it was originally founded as the Laboratory Institute of Merchandising, which that's where the acronym LIM comes from. And it was one of the first fashion schools originally designed for buyers, working very closely with the Macy's group to train merchandise buyers in the 1970s. So it was a revolutionary school that really launched the fashion industry in New York City. And to this day, LIM maintains a very positive relationship with the fashion industry throughout the world. And they are identified as one of the top schools for buyers globally. So merchandising is at its heart, it's at its core. It's something where I would tell you, most of the top fashion schools around the world, the buyers come from Lim College. So, and then I'm going to go to the next slide. So just to kind of go into, our success is always our students. And the way LIM views their success is through the goals of their alumni and how they can actually support their alumni. So you could see this is just a few of our top alumni that are working in the fashion industry. So you see Daniela Vittel, she is the CEO of Ferragamo. For North America, we have Neva Hall, which is the EVP Executive Vice President for Neiman Marcus stores. Lynn Mazel Monta is the SVP for Estee Lauder. Diana Vera is the Dior Beauty SVP. Luisa Garcia is John Vivaritos SVP. Group President for Ross Stores, the Global Group President is Liana Gomez. Vice President of North America Home Digital, graduating in 1994, is Lisa Bannister. Anna Barao is the Vice President of Strategic Sourcing for Hasbro, Hong Kong, as well as Florina Aldali is Regional Vice President for Ulta Beauty. And we have thousands of more successful grads around the world. And many of our international students that come from South America are doing extremely well. So we pride ourselves in not only building your fashion education, but also your fashion career. We're very, very career focused at LIM. And that's something that we pride ourselves in. Some of the companies that we work very closely with, where we have current students interning as well as alumni working, are some of these brands that maybe you know very well. And again, LIM has a very long history in working with these companies. So we've been working with these companies over 80 years. So they recognize us, they respect us. We've done a lot with them, and we continue to do more with these companies and providing them really good employees and interns to help them build their brands. So LIM, we are located in the heart of Manhattan. We have 2 locations, both in Midtown. One is directly on 5th Avenue at 45th Street. And then our main location is on 45th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. We are located in the prime district of Manhattan, of the fashion industry. And that's something that we pride ourselves in. Manhattan is our city and our campus. Alongside, we do have options of residence halls that are located near our campus. We support students in attending their classes as well as finding residencies in New York. So let me just talk about New York City. I'm a true New Yorker, where I grew up and studied in New York City, and it's one of the most amazing cities in the world. It is definitely the fashion capital of the world. One of the things I work specifically with our international students, and one of the things I always hear from them is, I met this, Tommy Hilfiger, I met Michael Kors, and we are in the heart of New York. So everything that has to do with fashion, there's over 900 fashion companies and corporate headquarters in New York City. There's 5,000 fashion shows and studios. There's always excitement going on in the city. Pop-up shows, 75 major trade fashion show and market weeks happen in New York. So it is definitely the most vibrant network for the fashion industry you can find in the world. We have more than 800 language spoken in New York. It's one of the melting pots of the world, cultural activity, and countless food options. Public transportation is easy, and so many global networking opportunities. I always tell our students it's not just about studying at LIM, it's also about networking through New York City. And I think that's one of the hugest advantages that you have if you want to work in the fashion industry, is our global network in fashion. So it's definitely something that I encourage students to take a look at. There's a lot of volunteer opportunities and internships within New York City. I'm going to talk a little bit about our programs of study. So at LIM, we are a very focused school. We don't have hundreds of degree programs. The students that come to LIM want to study fashion. Their goal is a fashion career. So that's where everybody you're going to be studying with has this like-minded goal. Our undergraduate programs focus on bachelor's degrees, which are 4-year bachelor's degrees with a focus in fashion merchandising, media studies, visual studies, international business, marketing, manage, or just overall the business of fashion. We also do have 2-year associate degrees for students that want to come for just fashion merchandising and management, or just fashion merchandising itself. So these are our undergraduate programs for students that want to come at the undergraduate level and study in these fields. You can actually select your fields pre-arrival, or you can wait till after your first year of study to identify which focus you want to go into at LIM. And that's something that we work very closely with you on, is deciding what programs you want to study. Very, very important that you go into a field that you feel you're going to get the best out of. So you could see how our bachelor's degree in the US. So our programs are fully accredited bachelor's degrees. They're 8 semesters, which is 4 years. 25% of your course is going to be liberal arts credits. These 75% are degree-specific courses that you would work with your academic advisor to choose. We also have bachelor's of science degrees, which offer 3 internships. So all of our bachelor's programs require 3 internships, which means you get something called CPT. As an international student studying in the US, it's something that's very important for your career, because this means you can actually work while you study. So CPT is curriculum practical training, and LIM actually supports you on identifying internships while you're studying. So you're not waiting until you graduate. You're actually going to be able to work during your studies, which is a huge advantage point for our international students, because many schools in the US can't allow this until you graduate. So at LIM, we've actually designed the programs to support our international students so they can work while they study. And this is something that's very important when you make the investment to study in the US, that a school has CPT. I always ask that question because it allows you to study it allows you to work while you're studying. Fashion merchandising, I'm going to go a little bit in detail about what our fashion merchandising program has. So we have some of the courses are advanced buying and planning, fashion forecasting, buying and merchandising math, global retailing, textiles, and fashion styling. Some potential careers are account manager, creative director, event planner, fashion stylist, fashion magazine editor. There's so many different careers in the world of fashion merchandising. And what we do is whenever a student is interested, and we kind of identify what is it their career goals, and we would then match you up with the program that would be aligned with your career goals, because that's what's most important when you come to LIM, is that you identify what you want to do as a career. Now, our fashion media program is really more focused on media, creative computing, intermediate, new media buying. This is a degree that's really taken off with the world of the internet. So, but you're also going to learn writing, editing, and a lot of visual. So everything now has social media and internet, and that's something we really focus on in our fashion media program. So some of your careers can be art director, creative director, copywriter, fashion journalist, magazine editor. So the fashion media degree is more of a Bachelor of Science, because you're going to be involved in the media world and the internet and the world of e-commerce. So that's something that we focus on a lot in our fashion media degree. Visual studies. So I get a lot of students that they have a background in design and they really want to do something related to more of a creative side. Our visual studies program, it incorporates both the creativity with the business side. So if you find yourself more of the creative person and you're looking at a design career, visual studies will enhance your creativity as well as giving you the business side as well. So you're going to be studying courses like contemporary art, color design, display graphics, but you're also going to get the business, global retailing, an intro to visual merchandising, visual technology, and design. Because it's so important, outside of just having your degree in design, having a background in business opens up the doors to so many career opportunities for you. And that's where, being a designer, of course, is everybody's goal, but you want to understand the business of design as well. And these are some of the careers that you can land in this particular degree: visual merchandising associate, space planning, display designer. We get a lot of students that want to be stylists or open their own fashion stylist company. This is the degree for you. Marketing. So we have a general marketing. This incorporates fashion, but it is for students who want just an overview of the world of marketing. And it's a bachelor's of business and administration, which means you can take this degree and go work at a bank. You could take this degree and work for a sports company. It's a general marketing degree where you're going to learn consumer behavior, e-commerce, global markets, integrated marketing communications, branding, which is huge right now, and some potential careers, of course, are going to be in fashion, but they will also be in the general industry of brand marketing, direct and online marketing, which is huge business opportunities and career opportunities right now, sales and sales management, social media marketing. So a lot of our students will come in and that's kind of where they want to go, is social media. This is definitely the degree for you if that's your interest. Management. So we have a general management degree. It does incorporate fashion aspects like fashion law, but you're going to get an overview of business law, corporate responsibility, entrepreneurship, global management, and strategic management. So if you're saying you want to be in leadership and you want to be a manager of a store or of a company, this would be the type of degree you would want to study. Careers are human resources, manufacturing, purchasing managers, and even owning your own store. So this will definitely teach you those fundamentals. International business. So we've been working in the world of international for a very long time, and we've gotten so many international students interested in international business and trade. Some of our students are interested in diplomacy. Some of the courses you're going to take are along these lines. So environmental studies. You are going to get fashion fundamentals and some classes in global supply chain, which is really great for students that are coming from international backgrounds. You're going to take more foreign languages, global human resource management, and international management. So this is a global degree, which incorporates the fashion, which is careers in global buying, foreign trade, import, export, licensing in multiple countries, public relations. So these are the degrees where you're really going to look into the global supply chain of the world and working in those industries. Some of our minors, so one of the great things about LIM is you do not have to come in as an undergraduate student with a declared major. You can actually come in and say, listen, I have an interest in fashion. I think I want this career. And then what we do is help you design the courses your first year to guide you on what you really want to do. So some of the minors that all of our students can take in every degree is art history, beauty, digital business, digital design, photography, English language, event planning, fashion media, fashion merchandising, fashion styling, global studies, interior home concepts, international business, management, marketing, photo styling and set design, retail buying and planning, society and culture, sustainability right now is a huge minor of our students. Visual studies and visuals for social media, meaning you can be studying a fashion merchandising bachelor's degree and do a minor in digital design and photography. So this gives you flexibility and opens up your world of your degree program, and you can focus and design the programs you want to study. This way you have multiple career options. And this is something that is very unique to LIM because we are so focused on the fashion business side of the industry. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about internship programs. So one of the things that we do throughout your bachelor's degree at LIM is design your career with you. So we do a lot of extracurricular internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities. Our students are active in the city, in the industry. So the first internship that we're going to work with you on is your internship prep. Prepping your resume, prepping your interview skills. So you're going to be taking classes geared towards your career. Then we help you identify your first internship opportunity, which will be a semester-long internship where you're going to work and get credit for that working experience. So in your 4-year degree, you'll have 2 internship opportunities and then your senior co-op. The senior co-op is designed to be your last year of study and in the industry where your degree is resonated with. Meaning, if you're studying marketing, your senior co-op will be designed to work in a marketing company or in the marketing department. That's how our senior co-ops are designed. The first 2 internships are general internships in the industry. Some of it could be working in a retail store. Some of it can be doing PR, working events. Those are different internships in your first 2, but your senior internship, your co-op, is going to be designed around your degree program. And that's something, again, very unique to LIM because we're so specialized. Our undergraduate class, so just so you understand the demographics on our school, is we have 1,400 undergraduate students on campus. All of our students come from all over the nation, not just New York, they're all over the United States, as well as 28 countries around the world. We have a very strong presence internationally, so we work closely with students globally. So we have students as far as Korea, China, as well as Mexico, Peru, and Brazil. So we have students from all over the world. And right now, our class size is small. So it is designed for international students. We have a 9-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Our average class size is 17 students, which means you're going to get the attention you need in the classroom. It's not a huge school that has multiple different disciplines. We are a fashion-focused school, and many of our faculty are from the fashion industry. It's actually a requirement to teach at LIM as a full-time professor that you've actually worked in the industry at some capacity. I'm going to talk a little bit about our graduate programs. So these are master's level programs that you actually have to have a bachelor's degree to gain entrance in. Our graduate programs, we have a Master of Science. This is a STEM field and consumer analytics. Consumer analytics will take you into programs as science, technology, engineering, and some math. And it really helps you design your future. And I think maybe I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but if you study a STEM field in the US, you actually get additional time to work after your graduation. So STEM is a very popular subject matter, and consumer analytics, the job market is just booming for this type of degree. We also have Master's in Professional Studies. It's called an MPS degree that combines studies as well as internships. Those are in fashion merchandising and retail management, fashion marketing, the business of fashion, and global fashion supply chain management. So these are full master's programs that will also incorporate classroom and work experience. All of our master's degrees have internships designed in the programs as well. So our graduate program structure, just so you understand how it works, it's a one-year program, but it's 3 semesters. So it's a total of 30 credits, 8 courses, 4 courses each semester, and the final semester is a mandatory internship and capstone project. So your final 3rd semester, you're actually going to be working that final semester, and then you're going to present on your work that you've done, and you're going to get credit for that. We have both fall and spring intakes. We have courses are mostly held in the evening because it allows you to intern during the day. So most of our courses will be held from 6:30 to 9 p.m. because during the day, our goal is to have you working in the industry. It's designed for working professionals. We also have online classes that you would be taking, and you're going to get real world experience, which means you're not always going to be in the classroom. Sometimes you might actually be in a store or with one of our internship partners learning about the industry. So our graduate programs are designed to help students get jobs, get work in the industry. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our Master's in Consumer Analytics. This has become a very popular degree, especially amongst our international students, because it has that STEM extension. So some of the courses you will take are strategic marketing and management, data visualization and communication, advanced marketing metrics, research design and applications for data mining and analytics. So these are really intense courses that the industry is requiring, that they really want to have students that can analyze data and feed back to them consumer trends. So some of the career fields are consumer insight analyst, fashion data scientist, huge job opportunities in fashion data scientists, marketing research, customer relationships manager, and strategic analyst. These are really important careers now in the fashion industry. Since a lot of purchasing has been done online, these brands need somebody who can analyze that data and report back to them to identify their marketing strategy. So this is a really popular degree because there's a lot of jobs in this specific industry, especially globally, but especially in the US. Our MPS in retail, fashion merchandising and retail management. Again, you're going to be studying an advanced fashion merchandising course. E-commerce, very big right now for merchandising and retail management. You are going to be studying fashion retail management, international retailing. We have a lot of focus in our master's programs for global supply chain and global management, technology in fashion merchandising. Huge, interesting opportunities right there. Some of the career fields, of course, being a buyer, demand planning, product merchandising, visual merchandising, wholesale, and retail operations. Many of our internship sites for our master's degree, especially in fashion merchandising and retail management, are some of the companies you see here. Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, Nike. These are where our students are interning right now in some of these companies. MPS in fashion marketing. This is more of our marketing degree for master's students. Some of the sample courses you'll be taking: corporate and social responsibility, sustainability, fashion marketing and management, so we have a luxury marketing in fashion. Global luxury is huge right now because a lot of students want to work in the luxury brand, in the luxury fashion world. So we have courses specifically in that world. licensing. Licensing in the fashion industry is very important as well. Strategic communications. Some of your career fields can be advertising, brand management, digital marketing, e-commerce, fashion media, public relations. And again, many of our master's students are interning in these companies that you see here: Bloomingdale's, French Connection, Hermes, Vera Wang, Ferragamo. We have a lot of senior alumni that are already working in these companies. And of course, they look to hire and provide opportunities for LIM graduates. Our business of fashion. So our business of fashion degree is really designed for students who their undergraduate may not have been in fashion. Maybe they were studying a different type of degree. We have many career changers that come for our master's program. So the business of fashion degree is really designed for a student who in their bachelor's did not study fashion or around fashion or one of the pairing industries. So it's an overview of a master's in the entire fashion industry. So e-commerce, fashion marketing management, logistics, strategic communication and fashion, sustainability, retail analytics, technology, and fashion merchandising. So this is for somebody who maybe their undergraduate degree was not in the fashion industry, or it wasn't something, but maybe they've worked in the fashion field. So if they haven't worked in the fashion field, we do have certain requirements for this degree just because we want students to be successful. So that's something where this specific degree is for a specific type of student in their undergraduate program. Many of our master's programs do require some work experience if you haven't previously studied in fashion. So that's also something to keep in mind. Because our master's degrees are 3 semesters and you're going to go right into the working field, it's always important that on your resume that you add if you've actually worked at all throughout your study journey. So our global supply chain management. So this is really a focus more on supply chain globally. So some of the courses you will take are global business management, introduction to supply chain software, logistics management, operations and supply chain metrics, supply chain analytics, sustainable sourcing. So those are some of more of the global supply chain. You're actually going to get inner workings of supply chain logistics. You're going to learn how global sourcing and production networks work. So these are the careers that you could really do are high level. Most fashion is designed in other countries around the world. So you're going to learn fulfillment, global inventory management, logistics, operations, procurement, and supply chain and order management within this career. Okay. So our graduate class at a glance, 88% of our graduate students get post-graduation employment. So that's a very high number. So they're either interning or employed with a career in their field. So that's a huge success for our part. Again, LIM focuses on career opportunities, and it's something that the way we've designed our studies is to give our students those career opportunities. We have students from 26 states around the US. We also have a very small graduate class size, an average of 12 in a class. And this is designed so our professors can give you individual attention. We also, international students, our graduate program is very popular amongst international students. 40% of our students in our graduate school are international. So it's something that is a huge opportunity for you to meet global people around the world that have the interest in fashion. And one of the things that I love about our community, especially our graduate community, your classmates are helping you find opportunities. It's something that they're studying a degree. You all have similar interests. And that's where the biggest advantage point is that you're going to be studying with students who have the same interest as you. And we're a very tight community. We're always trying to find opportunities for our students, even after they graduate. So career preparation, again, as I mentioned, we're very career focused. CPT approved internships. Any school that you're studying in the US, this is an important factor. A school having CPT is one of the most important things the school can have. CPT, curriculum practical training, meaning you can work while you study. You do not have to wait until you graduate. Industry exploration seminar. We're always having seminars and job fairs and career building opportunities on campus. This is because we really want our students to be able to get jobs. From the day that they enter New York City, we're helping them look for those job markets and build their global network. Huge value to our students. It's not just a school to study. This is not theory. This is real world education. All of our programs have a senior co-op, meaning it's mandatory for you to intern. You cannot get out of it. You have to work. Parents love this because they want their students to not only get a degree, but they want them to build their resume. That's what we focus on at LIM. Professional resources. Again, we have an entire career management department at LIM that will help you identify internships and help you build your resume and career skills so that way you can be successful in the job industry. Some of the internship and career more details, we are hosting internship seminars, internship courses, and resources. You'll see a lot of the classes geared towards career coaching, internship courses, industry professional panels, always field trips to local. I mean, we're in New York, so we're taking you to the industry. Huge number of volunteer opportunities. I always tell my international students, it's so important to immerse yourself into New York City. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. And building that global network is the most valuable thing that any college can do for you. And that's what we do at LIM. So some of our study abroad, we do have study abroad opportunities. So if you are studying as an undergraduate level, we have partnerships in Australia, Czech Republic, England, France, Guatemala, Italy, Netherlands, Scotland, Spain, and Taiwan. So if you are interested in doing a study abroad, we have cross-cultural trips. Of course, the fashion business is huge in Asia and Europe. So we do spend time hosting study abroad events around the world for our undergraduate students. Student opportunities. So I want to talk a little bit about the volunteer. So as an international student, you can volunteer. Some of the volunteer opportunities our students do are fashion shows, pop-up shops. Immersing yourself into those volunteer opportunities are huge. So there's a lot of volunteer positions that'll come up, and we have a weekly blog for our students that showcase these opportunities. Again, you have to immerse yourself. It's not just studying, it's also identifying these opportunities. Lots of fashion competitions. So New York is a busy city. Outside of just what's going on at school, the entire city has these opportunities, and we bring them to you so you have the opportunity to build your network. Student experience. So at LIM, we have a lot of student clubs. Some of them are the Black Retail and Action Club, blogging clubs, fashion show. We host an annual fashion show. So we actually have the production club that does that. We have our own fashion magazine, the Lexington line. So that's also a club that's at LIM. LIM's dance club. We have styling clubs, sustainability clubs, LGBTQ alliance clubs, student life activities, so many great clubs for you to participate in. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the requirements. So our undergraduate requirements, we do have a partnership with your school, which meaning there are transfer credits, and we could work with each of you individually based on the programs you're taking. We do require an online application. Our English proficiency is at 80 TOEFL, but we do work with students where we do have English options if you score lower than an 80. We also do not require right now SAT or ACT. So you do not have to take SAT to come to LIM. It is optional. We do also ask for resume activity sheets. Many times, depending on where you went to high school, we will ask for a transcript evaluation if necessary. So these are your admissions requirements for undergrad. And based on your high school and college transcripts, we can actually take a deep dive to look at your application. And I'm happy to do that with any individual interested in LIM. Our tuition, so undergraduate tuition, this is without any transfer credits for all 4 years, is $28,000 a year. And our residence hall, of course, if you're going to live in the dorms in Manhattan, is $16,000 a year. You know, New York City is an expensive place. We do have alternative options. If you want to live in one of the boroughs, or maybe you have family where you can waive the residence hall fees and find your own accommodations. We do offer scholarships. So that is something that we do for our international students as well. It's up to $4,000 a year that you can receive. And because of our partnership with your school, we are offering that to students who receive a certain GPA level on their transcript. So that's something that we do offer, but our tuition and fees is going to be $28,600 per year. So our graduate degree for students who already have a bachelor's. So with the graduate degree, we do require a certain GPA. So depending on the program you're applying to, having at least a 2.5 to 3.0 GPA is important. Letters of recommendation, your official transcripts. So those are things that we would require for our graduate program. And again, our English proficiency is an 80 TOEFL or 6.5 IELTS. We do have some flexibility for partners. So because you are at our partner school, we can work with you on these requirements and bring some flexibility to you. And again, I'm happy to work with any individual student that's interested in our graduate programs. Our tuition and fees for our graduate program is $31,000 for the entire program. So it's a very reasonable master's degree for master's students. That's for the full program. Our residence hall, again, is $16,750 per academic year. So if you're in for our 2 years master's in consumer analytics, it's a 2-year program. Even though the entire program is $31,000, you may have to pay for 2 years of residence hall. You do have options for cheaper residency in New York. It's based on what our student wants to do. We also have scholarships available for students. They are merit-based. All of our scholarships for graduate are going to be based on your GPA. So that's important for you to remember. Okay, so my name again is Angel Ahmed. This is my email. You can follow us on all social media. You can email me directly if you're interested. We can set up some time to speak with you individually and go through the program. I know I probably went through this fast. I'm a New Yorker, so I tend to speak fast. I was trying to give it slow, but if you have any questions or you have any comments or anything I can help with, please let me know. And you could take down all of our social media handles. If you're interested in fashion, I would definitely say follow us, whether you can come to our school or not. There's always exciting things happening at LIM, and you could stay adapt to the fashion industry.
Okay, thank you so much, Angel, for your time. Thank you for the presentation. I don't know if you can still show in your contact details, because there is a lot of people that are asking about your details. So yeah. I think.
And again, I think everybody has my information. I'm happy to have some individual conversations with students. We have a lot of interest from students in South America, and I think we've gotten some interest. I can WhatsApp students as well. I'm happy to support you any way I can. I specifically work with international students. So my entire life goal is to help international students get to their dream. So I'm definitely open to helping them any way we can. And again, I know many times the cost is always something that students look at as kind of a hurdle. We do have scholarships. They are limited. If they are a top fashion student, we have a fashion scholars program. And I urge students to build their resume, build their portfolio, and submit that. So we do have some big scholarships available for fashion scholars.
Okay, perfect. Yes, because one of the questions I have a lot is about scholarship and financial aids. So you already mentioned that. Do students can live in the campus? Also, you show some information about that, but still they can look for a different place to live, right? Maybe if they can live with some relative, or maybe they can find it by themselves.
Well, New York is a very expensive place, and our residence halls have 24-hour security. I mean, they're like living in a hotel, so they're expensive. I want to be very honest with that. But this is what some parents want. They want that safety. They're in Manhattan, but it's half the price you can find to live in one of the boroughs. I live in Westchester County, which is much cheaper. It's 30-minute train ride to Manhattan, but it's much cheaper than living in Manhattan. So, there's so many student associations where they can rent rooms. And there's a few companies that specifically work with students, and there's room rental, which are half the cost. So that's something that if they have a parent or a relative, or they want to do room rentals, student room rentals, they are cheaper. So that's an option for them as well.
Okay, so another question that I have is, if Lim College helped the students to apply for the visa, for the student visa, do you help with any kind of steps to apply for the different kind of visa or the student visa?
Yes. So one of the things we do once you are accepted, we have something called pre-departure sessions. So we actually walk you through the I-20 process, how to prepare. I've done mock interviews with students, actually a couple students from Peru and Ecuador. I did mock sessions so they could practice for their visa interview. We do provide you. So when you go for your visa interview, you're going to get an I-20 from us. So we help that entire process.
Perfect,
so
perfect.
my team and I, alongside with a couple of LIM admissions advisors that would teach the students and help them apply for their F1 student visa.
Okay, perfect. So just to be clear, we already also have a validation and also transcript agreement with Lim College. So if you have any query about any kind of program, you can just send an email to Angel and she quickly will respond with all the alternatives that we have in this kind of agreement. And also, so, yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. So the agreement, it saves you money and transfer credits. So we have it available on the website and I can share that with everybody. I think you guys have it. It's on our LIM website. So it shows you exactly which credits transfer over and you do not have to pay, and it reduces your costs for your first few years of tuition, which is a huge benefit to students studying in school.
Definitely, definitely. And also, Angel, you was telling about the English requirements, right? You talk about the TOEFL and IELTS. I just want to be clear that tomorrow we're going to have a professor that is going to explain what's the difference between these two exams, how much it costs and how long it can take to achieve one of the points. What happens if the students do not achieve the mark they are asking at that moment? Do you have like an English school or how they can manage?
We do have an English school. So what we have done, and actually it's something that I've been working on with LIM the past 3 years, is we've designed a program to lower the TOEFL requirement. So what they would do is they would still be enrolled in a degree. They would just have to take some additional English courses. So, you know, we also look at a student's background. If they previously studied high school in English, you know, we can use that waiver. We assess the student. So there would be an interview. We assess the student and then we look at options for them to take English courses. So we do have students that we accept at a lower TOEFL level.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. So I think we are already done. We passed a little bit of time, but we have all the information. All the students that have more questions, please feel free to send an email, or I don't know if you have your cell phone. Maybe you can.
Everybody, only for your school will I give my WhatsApp to everybody. Because we love your school. We love everything you guys are doing. You're really helping the students. So I will give you guys my WhatsApp number. Please let me know that you're from the school and that you're enrolled there. So this is my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me and I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Angel, and see you the next time.
See you guys soon. Hopefully I'll be in Peru visiting you.
Oh, of course. You're welcome here. Bye, Angel. Thank you so much. Bueno, muchísimas gracias, Ángel, por esta participación que has tenido en dándonos un poco más de información acerca del Lim College. Con esta charla nosotros damos por culminado el día de hoy, nuestro día de nuestra primera semana internacional. Okay, espero que haya sido información muy valiosa. Recordarles a todas las personas que siguen conectadas con dos temas. Primero, que nos ayuden con una encuesta que les estamos haciendo llegar a través de nuestro chat en la parte inferior y también les va a llegar también a sus correos, ¿ok? Y recuerden que mañana tenemos nuestro segundo día. Vamos a tener escuelas de México, vamos a tener escuelas de Canadá, gobierno de Canadá, vamos a hablar un poco de las ofertas de trabajo, vamos a hablar sobre los cursos de preparación de inglés, también algo que se mencionó el día de hoy, de cuáles son los requerimientos. Así que va a estar muy bueno. Mañana nos vemos también a la misma hora. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que han participado y nos vemos el día de mañana. Hasta luego.